We're live.
What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy, Tommy G, here with the Thursday, I believe it's Thursday, edition of the Stay Cashin show. We got a lot going on. We got a lot breaking as we're going on air. Supposed to be a quiet Thursday, just kind of getting ready for conference championships. It's getting pretty loud, pretty quick, Evan.
Oh, yeah. I had no idea what you were talking about when you called me 10 minutes ago.
It's getting loud fast. It's getting loud. So we're going to talk. I don't even think Rackets knows about what's going on. Rackets, you don't know what's going on with Vince McMahon, right?
No idea.
Bill didn't know until I told him he was watching a cop show or something. This all just broke in like the last hour. So we don't have full details on what's going on with Vince McMahon, but there's a lot going on with Vince McMahon that ties directly into Tommy G's fucking Epstein pedophile universe. We'll try and keep it PC for the YouTubers as much as we can. For Evan, actually, not for the YouTubers, but we won't.
Please.
So, yeah, we won't. So that's going to happen. Joey Rackets, how you doing, buddy?
I'm great. Fantastic.
Yeah, doing good. All right. You got your Sabalenka through, looking like you're going to get that dub on the future.
Yep.
Talk
Easy.
a little bit. I wouldn't say easy peasy. We'll talk a little bit about
lemon squeeze.
I wouldn't say it was easy peasy. We'll talk a little bit about Sabalenka and Coco Gauff. That match last night, me and Rackets were at odds. My picture's a little crooked here. I'm going to try and fix this behind my back. Bill Rupp, ladies and gentlemen. Potential mayor Bill Rupp. How you doing, Bill?
Maybe. There's also a big fantasy football cheating scandal going on.
Ooh, lots of scandals.
I saw on ESPN. Big finals cheating scandal. A bunch of people were fired from fantasy football championship or whatever.
From really?
Yep.
Wow. Lots of chaos. Lots of shady shenanigans going on right now around the world of sports. That's for damn sure. So, Evan, where do we start?
I think we should start with the more lighter news. Jim
Okay, let's
Harbaugh.
ease our way into it.
Jim Harbaugh is
Okay.
going to the Chargers.
Rackets, start with you. I mean, we all kind of knew this was coming. You've said it's a lock, stock, and barrel from the beginning, so we'll start with you.
Yeah. That's exactly where I thought he was going to go. Is Chargers, California, West Coast. Decent quarterback, decent defense. They've been they have players on that team. They just haven't put it together, and they've steadily gone downhill in the last 5 years.
Yeah,
I think it's a good. I think it's a good move.
Who was it? Was it Howie? Was it the news? Was it one of you guys? Was it Evan? Someone was talking about how Harbaugh was like waxing poetic and raving about Justin Herbert at an event. I don't know.
That's the only reason he went there.
Yeah, where did we hear that though? Was that on ESPN? Was that from
everywhere? Yeah.
I don't remember where that came from.
He wants to coach Herbert.
That was the thing that cinched it for me, dude. If you're a coach and you got a decision on where to go and you are head over heels in love with the quarterback that's sitting there and he's young, that was the no-brainer spot. So I don't think any of us are surprised. Are you surprised he never got out of LA to go interview with Atlanta? Like that seemed like a interesting move by Harbaugh to not go.
Well, no, they made him an offer big enough so that he wouldn't go there.
I mean, if I'm him though, I know that offer can get bigger, right?
LA
Evan?
or Atlanta?
Well, LA. He went to the Chargers and then he took the offer, never met with Atlanta.
Hoffman's taking credit for the Harbaugh thing, he said.
The Herbert?
Yeah. Hoffman.
Okay, maybe it was Herbert. Maybe it was Hoffman.
I would much rather go to
I'm going to give it to Hoffman.
the situation the Chargers are in rather than the Falcons.
I actually disagree. What do you think, Rackets? What's a better situation?
Chargers.
Obviously, I always factor in the living environment, right? Like people don't factor that in. When you make millions of dollars, you don't want to live in Atlanta. You don't want to live in Chicago. You don't want to live in Detroit.
What do you mean? First of all, I mean, Atlanta has sections that are
Sections.
billionaires live. Like
Sections.
Tyler Perry lives down there.
Listen, you're a
Like,
Cali.
you got a lot of rich motherfuckers down in Atlanta, dude.
Okay. I don't want to live in Atlanta. I've been to Atlanta many times, and there's not many places in Atlanta that weren't extremely dangerous. So
There's a
that's
lot
fine.
of rich places down there.
Compare that to California, Southern California, where the worst thing you got to worry about is a fucking blue-haired fat chick with a picket
Yeah,
sign.
but you're also going into a team that's a losing mentality. You have a lot of losers on that team.
Mhm.
The defense is crap.
Shitty football city.
And shitty football town. And Atlanta is right there for the division. I mean,
Yeah, Atlanta's
no
the better
reason-
spot to win now.
there's no reason why Atlanta shouldn't win the division next year and
Should've won it this year.
shouldn't win a home playoff game just like Tampa Bay did this year.
If Art Smith never coached Atlanta, even with Desmond Ridder, as you guys said, whatever you said, they win the division with Desmond Ridder by 2 games.
Whoever wins that division, because you're guaranteed a home game.
It's a home game, too.
Pretty much you're going to win the division and you're guaranteed a playoff win. You know what I'm saying?
Or you're guaranteed a playoff home game.
Yeah, because you're gonna win. Those teams are good enough. A lot of those other seeds are good.
Look at the Bucks. Yeah. I mean, Bucks aren't even a good team.
And they won. So
and they won.
You're gonna get a win.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a lot. Plus, you have no future for the Bucks. The whole offense is getting older. Godwin, Evans, Mayfield. That team's going to be going downhill fast. Carolina is stuck with Bryce Young for the next half decade. They're going absolutely nowhere. And the New Orleans Saints, Kamara's on his way out. Taysom Hill's useless. Fucking Michael Thomas is about to retire. You're basically looking at a couple. Yeah, I mean, you're basically looking at a couple, offensive weapons. So you literally not only have a division that's bad, you have a division that's not going to get any better. It's not going anywhere up. So I think Atlanta is the money spot because, on the contrary, regardless of what you think of Ritter and Heineke and the quarterback situation, you got Bijan, you got Cordell Patterson, you got Algier, you got fucking Drake London, you got Kyle Pitts, you got an up-and-coming defense. You have maybe the best cover corner in the NFL.
They were talking about if Harbaugh went to Atlanta, about him drafting, what's his name? The quarterback from Michigan.
Oh, no, he sucks. He sucks. He's not going anywhere.
Bringing him into Atlanta.
Michigan quarterback sucks. No, he sucks.
So that's what they were talking about.
Yeah, no, he sucks. He's trash.
Conversely, if he does go to the AFC West and beats the Chiefs and the Raiders and the Broncos, then he gets a hell of a lot more praise than winning the
right, but the problem is you do have to compete with the Chiefs, who are going to be a juggernaut. And Mahomes is signed to 100 years, so he's not going anywhere. So you're always going to have to deal with Mahomes. The Raiders were probably one of the most impressive teams in all of football the last 7 weeks of the season, right? With Pierce and that fucking offensive squad that's coming around. The Broncos have removed fucking Russell Wilson. I love Stidham, who's coming in there. And they got a good running game. They got a good receiving core. That's a great division, dude.
They got a chance of Bill Belichick possibly being the Chiefs' next coach, too.
Yeah,
Chiefs.
I mean, yeah, Reed might be on his way out, they said. And if he decides to retire, if they win this year, he decides to retire,
I'd shoot myself.
I mean, listen, I think you're looking at, and me and Bill talked about this. Me and Bill are going to be making a sizable bet, tens of thousands of dollars, right, Bill? That we are already in the process of figuring out the most efficient way to get down and how we're going to get it down on what we believe to be is the single best bet of left on the board for the entire postseason. And that is the AFC to win the Super Bowl, -115. It is literally, in my opinion, Bill was talking about, I'm going to bet the Ravens over, which I get, that total makes sense. Ravens have looked great. I haven't, I've waned a little bit. I still think they're going to lose to the Chiefs, but, they look better than I thought they did. They handled their business. They look good. But do you really want to go against the Taylor Swift factor, right? Like, what if this whole thing is rigged for Taylor Swift? And then you have the NFL logo with the colors of the Ravens and the Niners. So you got a lot of shit going on there. I think we'll all agree, outside of Rackets right here, the winner of that Chiefs-Ravens game is winning the Super Bowl.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Now, Rackets will say no because he loves Brock Purdy. But the winner of that game is winning the Super Bowl, right? Because the Ravens look like the best team. And I'm wrong on this if it happens. I will eat my L. If they beat the Chiefs this week, Bill, they don't even need to win the Super Bowl. If the Ravens beat the Chiefs this week, I'll take my L. I'll take my full L on it. They could lose in the Super Bowl. If Lamar gets to the Super Bowl, I'll take my full L on it.
Like I said, they've already dominated a healthy San Francisco team. So we saw Purdy throw 4 picks.
They just dominated Brock Purdy the 1 week.
They dominated that team.
Yeah. Purdy's not winning the Super Bowl. But you have every angle if you bet the AFC to win the Super Bowl, Bill. You have the 2 best teams in our opinion, right? Because
last 2 MVPs.
Right. You have 2 guys that should be the 2 best quarterbacks remaining. We just saw Brock Purdy again shit himself last week. We know Jared Goff's not a fucking superstar. You have both conspiracy theories there, right? You have the Ravens conspiracy theory, not to mention you have the Taylor Swift conspiracy theory that you're buying there. Maybe they are rigging all this shit to talk about Taylor Swift winning the Super Bowl, which I think is going to happen. I think the Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
You know what's crazy with Jared Goff, though? He's got to have like the best winning percentage out of any quarterback, right? I mean, the guy wins.
He just sucks though.
You can't give that away from him. He's fucking.
I mean, listen.
He should win though.
Listen, there's some quarterbacks that are kissed by God, right? Jared Goff is one of them. I mean, the guy just literally he should have lost the Rams game. McVay blew it. Should have lost last week. You have Brock Purdy, the same thing. Should have lost to Dallas 2 years ago. Should have lost last week by 20 to Green Bay. There's certain guys that are just kissed by God, and they're just blessed, where they just get through, even if they shouldn't. But when it comes down to it, I want Mahomes or Lamar Jackson in a big game before I want Purdy or Goff, right? And you get both of them with this bet. You get either of them.
So Jared Goff has 56.8% winning percentage, and Lamar Jackson has a .721, so 72%.
Yeah. Goff wasn't that good at the beginning, I remember. But
a lot of wins
for a guy as bad as he is, yeah. But Evan, I think that's the best bet on the board. Just bet the AFC. You're getting Taylor Swift. Yeah. You're getting Lamar. You're getting Mahomes. You're getting Kelsey. I think that this Andy Reid noise bill may come with them. If they win the Super Bowl, I think they're just shutting the shit down. I think Kelsey retires, and I think Andy Reid may retire. I think they're just fucking done, and they keep it moving.
Kelsey wants to go on a world tour.
I'm telling you right now, Kelsey's done. This is Kelsey's last year. He's retiring.
Alan Marone in the chat thinks it's going to be Chiefs-Lions. I just don't think the Lions are going to get past.
I don't know. I mean, Rackets, you're the NFC guy, so you like this fucking San Fran team. Do you think San Fran just dismantles the Lions this weekend? What do you think happened?
I think it's close game, just like last game or the last game was Packers game. I don't think it's 10-point game or anything like that. 5, 6, 7 points.
You think that
49ers going to win, but yeah.
And then you like the San Francisco odds. I know you're pretty biased. You like the San Francisco odds versus the Ravens?
Yeah, I mean
after what you just saw?
Yeah, 100%. Everybody else saw that too, and they're still 2.5-point favorites. The line only moved to 1.5 point.
Well, because everyone's assuming it's an aberration by Purdy.
It is.
But he had another aberration last week.
No, he didn't.
Two aberrations are a trend.
He won the game.
He won the game. If they would have fucking ran that pick six back to start the game, they would have lost by 20.
CMC won the game. CMC won.
The bottom line is if the Niners are in a game in the final minute or two, I trust Purdy to do enough to win the game. I do.
No, you didn't, because you said here comes a pick.
No.
Listen.
Now I'll say it. That proved it to me last week.
If Debo's out, do you want
you can't go near
Jennings? Do you want Jennings to be the number one target on the field?
Well, no, you still have CMC, Ayuk, and Kittle without.
Yeah, but he doesn't. But those guys just run routes, bro.
Right.
Purdy's not a quarterback for that. He needs Debo.
He needs to flip the ball a yard and have a guy go 20.
Exactly. So,
yeah, I mean,
counting on Jennings to be your number one guy.
Jennings is very good, by the way, but it's
he's
Ayuk.
He's not Debo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's the best bet you could physically make, because I'm certain now. I wasn't before. I'm certain now. The NFL needs, wants, and will make sure that Taylor Swift wins the Super Bowl.
Listen, I think it's Lamar's year, bro.
Or Lamar, or the black quarterback, Harbaugh. There's a whole nother conspiracy. All the conspiracies are on the AFC side. There's no conspiracy on the NFC side.
Harbaugh brothers. They want the Harbaugh brothers to win it.
Harbaugh brothers. You got Swift. You got the Kelseys.
Eminem.
You got. What about Eminem?
He's a Lions fan.
Is he though?
No one cares about Eminem anymore.
It's the first time I've ever seen him at a football game in my whole life.
No one cares about Eminem anymore. Eminem's going to be at the Super Bowl, though. My boy's actually doing one of his events, which I may be doing too if I go. I just think every conspiracy is on that side, and the better team and the more seasoned teams are both on the AFC side. So that's the bet. What else we got, Harry?
Vrabel just interviewed for the Panthers position.
I mean, that's the way to make a bad team worse.
That's just a way to go and die.
Just go bury him out there with them. Vrabel sucks. Vrabel fits one spot, New England. Outside of that, he's trash. Rackets, what do you think of Vrabel?
I think he's a good coach. He took Tannehill to the AFC Championship game. That's worth something.
I think Vrabel. Actually, you know what? Let me take that back. I think Vrabel's a good fit for Carolina, because I think Vrabel fits that mold of he's a guy who can get your garbage team to a decent team, right? He can get you to 500. He's a coach that can
take anybody to the Super Bowl, but...
right? He could build to get you to 500. is never going to get you over the top. So I take that back. I don't think that's a horrible spot for Carolina. If you were to put Vrabel in Dallas or fucking LA or Atlanta, it's a fucking waste. New England would work just because he's a New England guy.
It's fake news.
What?
I guess Vrabel was interviewed for it, but the Panthers did hire a coach.
I thought they did. I was going to say that when you said it. I was like, I thought they did, but I've been so fucking
he's
upside
trending,
down with the news.
He's trending right now, and that's why he's trending is because.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I thought they hired a coach. Yeah,
on me.
Who the fuck?
They hired the Bucks guy.
On me.
All right. Yeah, that's what I thought I heard.
Dave Canales.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because I thought I heard that, but I don't really give a shit too much about the coaching carousel right now.
What?
So it's coaching carousel.
The coaching bubble.
The coaching bubble,
okay.
as Bill would refer to it.
Bubble.
Yeah, all I really care about is where Belichick's going.
Bubble.
All right, good. I thought I was losing my mind.
And here we go. Vince McMahon.
Have you guys seen this in the chat? Have you guys seen what's dropping right now as we're going live on Vince McMahon? Rackets, have you seen this?
I've been looking at it the whole time on Twitter.
I mean, this is fucking insane. Let me just pull up the Outkick article. Vince McMahon this is from Outkick at Outkick. Vince McMahon is facing a new lawsuit that accuses him of sex trafficking and looks to void a 2022 non-disclosure agreement. The suit comes just days after the WWE's parent company announced a multi-billion-dollar deal with Netflix. Okay, so this is crazy because of the timing. So you want Conspiracy G to come flying in? Here it is.
Thread.
WWE just sold, right? Thread time. WWE just sold, just merged, got rid of that, moved Vince out. All that stuff was pretty sudden, right? Bill and Rackets, you guys are WWE fans. I know this has been coming down the pike, but it seemed like that went from
Royal Rumble Saturday, Rackets.
Yep.
Yeah, but that seemed like that Vince McMahon exit thing went from like, this is coming to like, whoa, it just fucking happened, right? Like
Yep.
it was pretty quick.
Well,
And now we have this WWE Raw Netflix 10-year deal that comes out of nowhere, right? Seemed kind of random and sudden to me. Non-WWE guy. Did it seem random to you guys?
I had no idea anything was happening.
It just
popped
kind
up,
of McAfee seemed surprised by it,
Well,
right?
I didn't think Netflix has anything live.
That's what I'm saying. It seemed random, right? But that seems like a smart thing to do if you know some shit's about to hit the fan in a week, right? Go lock in $500 billion over the next 10 years or whatever the fuck it is.
Is it going to be taped, Rackets, or is it still going to be live?
I don't know. I'm assuming it would be. I don't know. I'm assuming it would be at least on there just like to watch, but I don't know.
I wouldn't doubt.
Dude, the details on
because like Peacock and all that shit, they're trying to get into live stuff. So Netflix hasn't been in there yet. So I wouldn't be surprised.
So let me read a couple paragraphs of this, and there's more to this. According to Variety, right, which is a reputable source, CNBC is in here, Outkick, and multiple other reputable sources. So this isn't like fucking like nerdwire.com or something. Ex-WWE employee Janelle Grant filed a new lawsuit in the District Court of Connecticut. I'm going to skim through some of this. McMahon named the defendant. The suit alleges that McMahon and Laurentis were guilty of alleged acts, both of their own pleasure and as a pawn to secure talent deals with prospective wrestlers they were recruiting. It singles out McMahon having repeatedly used sex toys named after the WWE employees, wrestlers, and performers to sexually groom Miss Grant. It also alleges WWE mogul gave Grant gifts and threatened her livelihood and reputation if she refused to succumb to the increasingly depraved sexual demands, including disseminating pornography of her to thousands of individuals and engaging in sex acts with other WWE employees.
Here comes the Randy Orton.
Yeah, this thing goes on to talk about shitting on people, rape, sex trafficking, bribery,
I love how
murder,
rich people always
like
shit on people.
all kinds of crazy
What's
shit.
wrong with you? What's wrong with you, rich people?
I told you, Bill.
Nobody's shitting on me when I'm fucking them.
Bro, all these billionaires do crazy fucked up sex shit. And all these fucking high-level athletes, when you get there, you're coming across a situation, i.e. Cat Williams, where they're telling you, we got blackmail on you. You're either going to do what we tell you or we're going to release all this shit. There's gay shit going on everywhere. There's rape stuff going on everywhere. There's trafficking stuff going on everywhere. It's to the point now where all the shit that Bill called me crazy about saying about the athletes getting rammed in the butt and fucking all the billionaires being gay. Bill, you can't even it's like fact now, right?
It's pretty weird.
You
Jay-Z
gotta fucking huge dub for Tommy G here.
Well,
Wasn't
I've been
that
saying
Jay-Z
this shit.
naked basketball thing?
Jay-Z naked basketball, Jamie Foxx naked basketball, Cat Williams talking about everyone getting butt fucked. I mean, dude, Tommy G coming up fucking dub, dude. Now's the time to go back to listen to the fucking 2019 No Mercies where we're calling all this shit out. This isn't
I'm sure Don Luque will make a.
Yeah, Don Luque will put his thing on
Beat
it.
him to
Take
it.
credit for it. I'm telling you, blackmail is everything, man. You see all these things. So supposedly, I guess they're able, and keep in mind, this is all just breaking. I'm not saying this is fact. I'm reading what is all over the internet. But supposedly, he didn't pay her. They paid her $3 million in hush money to shut her mouth and threatened her that they were going to expose her and put porn tapes out of her and shit. And he only paid her $1 million of it. So that's where she went, fuck this. And they're breaking the 2022 NDA. So this was an NDA that the court, I guess, just said can be broken now. So all the shit's coming out.
I mean,
When you're breaking NDAs in court, dude, that's some legit shit.
you got to be some type of horny to have someone sign an NDA.
Dude, you start naming dildos after fucking British Bulldog, you got a problem.
The
Do
thing
you
with
want-
Brock Lesnar is wild too. Just
take the Undertaker. Or what's going on with Brock? I saw something with that too, and Triple H was in there somewhere.
So part of Brock Lesnar's agreement to re-sign with WWE was this girl fucking him.
Dude.
I mean,
She's hot too. Like she's hot.
dude.
What?
This
Holy
shit is
fuck,
wild, dude. It's not wild to me because I know all this shit goes on nonstop. It's got to be crazy to you guys, though.
Bro.
Hey, this is normal to me. Wait till you see the shit LeBron did and all that, like times 50. This is just some WWE people and some skank that they're trying to throw around.
Do you want an uncensored opinion from one of our staff members who's in the waiting room?
I mean, I'm sure Howie Dewey's gonna have a lot to say about this.
So,
Let's see. Let's get Howie in here. Yeah,
Here it is.
connect.
This is from the Wall Street Journal. Brock Lesnar told Janelle Grant was instructed to take sexual photos and videos for Brock Lesnar in an attempt to get him to re-sign with WWE. Vince McMahon told her that, quote, fucking Brock was part of the deal. And Brock Lesnar told the victim he likes what he sees after Lesnar obtained her phone number. He instructed the victim to send a video of her urinating, after which he called her a bitch.
what the fuck, dude?
Guys, you guys think I'm fucking
the
making this shit up for the last 4 years?
What the fuck?
Everything coming up, Tommy.
This is from the Wall Street Journal.
Everything. This is Variety, Wall Street Journal, Outkick, and CNBC reporting this stuff.
Those who talk
Everything
about,
coming up, Tommy.
those who talk about it do it.
I don't leave my house because of this shit. This is why I stay home on Saturday nights.
Yeah,
I
you
don't even
like
fucking go out.
you like girls peeing on you.
Oh, God. Dude, imagine how fucking bad it has to be, Howie. If you're this level of fame, like, I mean, it has to get to a point where you could fuck so often, so easily, that even sex doesn't turn you on anymore, right? Where they need this crazy, like drugs, Bill, I guess it is, right? Like, the higher you go up with drugs, the more drugs you need. Like, you know, you start off smoking weed, the next thing you need a bigger high, and then it's blow, and then a bigger high, and then it's heroin, and then a bigger high, and then it's crack. Next thing you know, you're fucking mainlining fucking bath salts, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, you talk to guys like Mick Jagger about it. That's why his wife walked in and him and David Bowie were scissoring. Who the fuck does that?
yeah,
Why?
dude. I mean, they have plenty of reports with fucking who was the one that Will Smith? They were walking in on him and Puff Daddy, and banging that same black guy. All kinds of crazy shit. How we
Will
doing?
Smith, he was born gay. I mean, that,
Yeah, obviously, I knew that. We did a podcast on that 4 years ago, calling that out. But yeah, it's crazy shit. Crazy shit here. How we do? Howie, how was your last weekend been? You've been up to some fun stuff.
yeah. I just got back from Miami. Yeah, it's a good place to be in the winter. Tell you what, good place to be in the winter. It's tough to go wrong down there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you're not lobstered up. I thought you'd be all burnt and
I got to be careful with that now, man, because I go out there for more than 30 minutes, and I just turn candy cane, man. It is what it is. I got to stay care. I got to stay under that tiki hut.
yeah. So any exciting stuff to report back? I mean,
I went down, caught some nice sun, some waves. Got rid of that food poisoning after like 3 days. That was brutal.
okay.
And just hung out with your North Jersey boy, Tommy D. Touchdown Tommy.
Tommy DeVito.
Kid did a great job. Good kid. I hope he gets another chance. He works hard, man. He's down there just working out for the
Career's
next
over.
half.
Bill.
It's over for him.
I mean, Bill bought his shirt,
You know what,
so that's in
Bill?
her.
I'll tell you what. Normally, I would say that, but when you look from top to bottom in the NFL, the level of QB is so bad right now.
Yeah.
And you look at the past 20 years, it's never been this bad. I mean,
Listen, I'll tell you this: he belongs in the NFL. 100%. I mean, dude, 100%. And I was the first person saying he's not going to lead the Giants to the promised land. Like, guys, relax with the fucking, But he does belong in the NFL. If you look at the shit that's fucking out there getting rolled out on some of these teams, definitely belongs on a team as a backup somewhere. I just think the whole experiment's over.
If the Jets have him after Aaron Rodgers, we probably make the playoffs with him. He's a billion times better than Zach.
Yeah. So, I mean, listen, I think he belongs in the NFL somewhere. And Howie Dewey sent a couple pictures of him and touchdown Tommy. Tommy Cutlets over there. Fucking there it is. Look at you two.
He's down at
two huge heads.
Yeah, you know what?
You guys have very big heads, the two of you.
He said, you know what we talked about down there? I said, we're talking about what we like about Miami, what we don't. And I said, Tommy, you know what I don't like? I said, for guys like you and myself, with the head of hair that we have, I said, I don't like that water down here, that soft water coming out. And he said, I agree. It gets on your skin. Like what?
Oh, yeah. You don't like it?
I go, it messes up our lids, man.
Yeah, you got it. You got to keep that coif. Got to keep that coif nice. What else we got to keep nice, Howie? You should have stayed in fucking Miami. I mean, it's keeping up as you come back. So I'm not worried about it. But I think you were fucking 19-2 while you were in Miami in basketball bets.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We're on fire in college basketball.
And last night, Seton Hall was the big one. That I thought they really got screwed on a couple of calls at the end of the game. I thought they should have won that game. But we lost a couple.
I tried to tell you, dude, never, ever, ever post on a travel day. I used to do it all the time. Never post on a travel day. Never.
I did.
But I mean, listen, you're on absolute fire over the last week or two in college basketball. I've been white hot too. It's just been masked under your fucking pissing of excellence.
Had a good day yesterday.
Last night up 20 units. Yesterday alone, 5-1 in college basketball. I think I've won my last 9 of my last 11 college basketball bets. We're on fire. We're killing it. Not as exciting as a slate that I would like to see today, Dewey. A lot of games, only one top 25 game, which I thought was a little bit weird. I thought we'd get, a couple.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that one first, I guess. Oregon State at home against Arizona, 19-point spread. I got nothing on this. Do you have anything you're looking at on this one?
I got them parlayed with Western Kentucky moneyline, who should not have a problem at home tonight, but I bumped it up to 21.5, and the parlay is plus 110. So you got Oregon State plus 21.5 at home. Arizona is not the team they were last year. Struggled last week with UCLA up until about 10 minutes ago in the game. I think they cover that 21.5. You got Western Kentucky money line. That's plus 110. I like that.
Okay. I'm not ecstatic with the games today. I'll give you a couple plays that I have that I'm looking at, a few that I'm looking at, and a couple that I really like. Tomorrow, again, I think we only got one ranked game tomorrow, the Wisconsin-Michigan game. I think there's only like 6 games tomorrow, right? But so on tomorrow's show, we'll look ahead a little into Saturday, where I broke down the Saturday slate. And I mean, when I tell you once like 3:30 hits on Saturday, I am just gonna fucking be like Vince McMahon at a hiring meeting, just fucking dick out, smacking everything that walks by from 4 p.m. to midnight tomorrow night. It's gonna be phenomenal. But tonight I have 2. Have you?
They're saying he made more money selling girls than he did on the overall profits of the WWE.
They're all in the fucking same shit. They're all in it together. They're all fucking Epstein nuts. Just look at him. He looks like a fucking creepy weirdo.
He does.
I'm actually going 2 spots right now, and I have 3 other plays that are right on the fringe. I like Stony Brook here early. Let me pull this up against Monmouth, Howie. This is your Northeast school here. What's your take on this? I've been riding Stony Brook. Don't think I've missed on them all year for a team that's 9-10. I think I'm like 7-1 on them. Bill, you know Stony Brook. Stony Brook's the team earlier in the year you kept telling me to bet every time you saw them. I think this line's way off. I think Stony Brook comes in here and at home, and wins this game by 10. But what's your take? What do you think of this Monmouth team?
I mean, they're tough at home. Believe me, I played there when I was in college, and that's just the worst. The problem with Stony Brook is there's no way to get there except by bus. And once you hit the Long Expressway, it could take you 4 hours to get there, 5 hours. You stay in a hotel out there. It's the one place you don't want to go. Mm-hmm. It's a shit place to play. No, I think it's a huge advantage. They've got a bunch of older guys, and they probably do win at home. I agree.
Monmouth has lost like 7 straight on the road. Has been doing really well at home, really bad on the road. So I like Stony Brook in that one. And the other game what's here, minus 149. It was before the show. I don't know what it is right now. I'm assuming it's like the same. The other game I like, I believe, is Sacramento State. Sacramento State. This is an interesting one here. Sacramento State 6-13, going against Montana State and favored in this one. Montana State's about a 500 team. I like Sac State to win this one. Again, this is not I know the players on the team play. This is a line looks kind of fucked up and funny play in this one. So I'm going to take Sacramento State minus 120 is the best line on that one. Those are my 2 plays that I'm looking at right now. What else you got, Howie?
I got two leagues tonight. Let's start with the America East. You know, the 2 top teams in the American East are Vermont and, of course, UMass Lowell. Year after year, University of Vermont wins this league, and they get home court advantage for the American East tournament. And you cannot win in Burlington, Vermont. Nobody can win. I'm talking the Nuggets couldn't win in Burlington, Vermont. It's just the worst place in the world to play. It's the only game in town. But tonight the game's in UMass Lowell. This is turning into a huge rivalry. It's a little bit of a hike. They got to go from UVM down to one of the worst fucking towns in Massachusetts. I love UMass.
And there's a lot of bad ones.
Yeah. And this is, one of those old tech. Lowell's a place where like Lizzie Borden hacked up half of her family or whatever. It's near there. But it's UMass Lowell money line minus 124. I think this is huge for them because they have to win this game to get home court advantage in the American East for the tournament. This is their pathway to get to the big dance. I like them tonight at minus 124 at home. I like them a lot.
Okay. I have some interest on Hawaii tonight, Howie, on the money line. I don't want to lay the points here against UC Santa Barbara, but I have some interest in Hawaii on the money line minus 200, but I need something to parlay it with. So is there a like minus 200 or 300 that you like?
Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
They don't mess around at home. Yeah. The Hilltoppers are tough. They have a good squad, a couple of decent dudes.
Yeah. Okay. I like this. I'm in on this.
I think they should roll.
Okay, hold on. Let me just see what.
We talked about the America East. Now let's go to the American Athletic, which, that's a good conference right now. You got Memphis, Florida Atlantic, Tulane. But tonight you have an interstate rivalry 40 miles apart, about a 40-mile drive. You got SMU going north to North Texas University. SMU, the money line is minus 120. I love them because – even though it's a rivalry, it's a 40-minute drive. You're going to have a lot of fans from SMU at this game. Both of these teams are good. I think SMU probably has the better overall team, better talent, and I think they pull this one out. I like the money line. 20.
All right. I don't hate that. I'm going to do that Western Kentucky, Hawaii. That's minus
plus 100 I got.
Plus 100. All right. A few lines here that are close to a play for me, which I'm going to need to see kind of how they move. Just these are some of my favorite bets to make. I just need certain characteristics, and it's missing a couple of them. Bellarmine 4-16 at home against a North Florida team, which, is 4-1 in the A-Sun. This has been a good team over the years, 11-9, and this line's 1. That seems fucking weird. I got to see where this line ends up on the Bellarmine sign.
So whacked.
Yeah. I mean, you're looking at Bellarmine's 0-5 in the A-Sun, and North Florida's 4-1 in the A-Sun. This line's 1. That seems weird. So I'm probably leaning Bellarmine there. Florida Gulf Coast had a weird line.
Yeah.
Let me see. They were about 1 versus in the same conference versus Lipscomb. Lipscomb's a far better team, but FGCU, being right there at one point seemed a little weird. And then Southern Indiana seemed like a weird line here too. Howie, Western Illinois 5-1 in the OVC. Southern Indiana's 2-5 in the OVC. Western Illinois is 12-7. Southern Illinois is 5-15. This line's 1.5. So those 3 lines, I don't know if you have any input on any of those, but those are 3 lines I'm going to be tracking, probably leaning into the shit side of the line with the bad team.
Not official.
I watched the Atlantic Sun.
None of those are official. Those are just for subscribers. If you guys are signed up at 4 deep, I'll probably have plays on 2, if not 3 of those.
I watch the Atlantic Sun, Mercer, Kansas, and year after year, it's the wildest conference. Nothing makes sense.
I like leaning into trap lines in the A-Sun.
Oh, you'll see a team that's 8-20 end up making the NCAA. I think Kennesaw is probably still the favorite to win that conference, win the tourney. They've played some teams, big teams like Indiana out of conference.
Mm-hmm. They all play some big ones. I mean, Eastern Kentucky's fucking undefeated, and they played some bangers outside.
Yeah.
Like, these teams are not afraid to go outside conference and play, like Duke and North Carolina. So their records usually aren't a good depiction of how they are as a team, because a lot of these guys are like start off 1-7 with losses to fucking Auburn, Alabama, Arizona, and Oregon. So you kind of read it off.
No, I agree. It's wild. You when you monitor games in that conference, you're like, what in the hell?
Yeah.
Because they have one night where 3 starters from like North Florida all of a sudden are out because, they got in a food fight in the cafeteria that afternoon.
Yeah.
And 3 guys will come in better.
And these teams, you know what it is, Howie, too? These teams dominated home in the A-Sun. I don't know. Why is that? The Atlantic Sun, I mean, you're even seeing teams like Jacksonville, which is 1-4 in the A-Sun, but they're 7-1 at home, 2-8 on the road. Queens, this is the second worst and the third worst team in the conference. Are 14-3 at home and 2-19 on the road. Those two, the second and third worst team in the conference.
You got to remember something. They play in small gyms.
Mm-hmm. They play in those fucking high school dungeons.
Tiny gyms, and there's no football. It's most of them. It's the only game in town.
Yep.
There's no real good.
And you only need 200 people to fill it.
Yeah, 500 people. It sounds like 10,000.
Yeah. So, I mean, we were what was the St. Francis, PA last year? The fucking homeless shelter from hell. When I kept betting that team every time they play at home, they had a fucking backdrop. They had like one of these fucking things and basketball going, and they won every time because it was like a dungeon. But the A-Sun, guys, A-Sun is a good spot for home dogs.
I used to go to the Kennesaw games, and I remember they finally built a nice gym. And when I say nice gym, I don't know. I think it held 800.
Mm-hmm.
But
it gets loud as fuck in those little gyms.
Oh, and it's rough because what you do is you have a lot of these players are local. All you need is 5 players to be local, and each one of them has 30 family members.
Exactly. Right. And then you got raving moms, aunts, and grandmas fucking screaming their heads off every time someone does something. A lot of fights
break out at these games. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm a big A-Sun guy. So I'm thinking I'm going to have some A-Sun bets tonight. If you want to throw those out, you can. For the subs, we'll just wait a little bit. And then we'll come back tomorrow, how we'll break down the whole Friday slate, and then we'll start getting into the Saturday. Big slate of games. Monster fucking Saturday college basketball slate. That's why you're not seeing much today and tomorrow, because Saturday's a fucking banger for college basketball. Now that there's no NFL and all that shit on Saturdays.
Last thing I'll say is you got a big game tonight in the NBA. You got the Boston Celtics going for that road streak down in Miami, laying 8 points against a pretty healthy Heat team who has a lot of mental momentum now that they just picked up our boy from Charlotte.
Rozier. I love that move.
So you got them at home tonight getting 8 points against the Celtics. I'll be honest with you. I like the Heat tonight to possibly win that game outright.
I mean, here's our perfect segue over to Bill Rupp.
He got killed last night on a back-to-back. They didn't show up at all last night. I had him in a parlay. Big favorite last night. They're minus 500, and they just didn't show up at all.
It's a bounce back spot.
I don't know. Back-to-back, it's tough for them. I'm not on that game. Well, I mean, Celtics,
you hate the Celtics on the road, don't you?
I hate the Celtics on the road, but
they don't lose on the road though.
No, Celtics
they don't lose at home.
They lose at home.
They lose on the road. Yeah.
Yeah, 14-9.
Yeah, but look, the Celtics. How many have they won in a row on the road?
Oh,
the Celtics.
Oh, I don't know, but I know that they're only a couple games above 500.
They have a road streak going right now.
Let me see. No, they lost at Milwaukee on January 11th. They won 3 in a row on the road.
Okay, 3 in a row on the.
Yeah.
Well, give me some advice? Because listen,
I'm on Denver tonight. I love Denver.
I'm at the game. I'm going to the game. We're heading up.
Yeah. The Knicks.
6:30.
Knicks during this streak. What are they, like a 10-2, 11-2? Since they got them. They haven't played. They've only played like 2 good teams. They played Philly, I think, and Minnesota, and I'm just not. I don't. The Knicks. This is. Well, I think this is going to be the NBA Finals.
Well, I'm with you, Bill. Bill, I'm with you,
bro. I can't wait.
I mean, dude,
I'm with you.
Dude, this is supposed to be a reputable sports show, dude. Like, you can't
I
come
believe
out
Bill.
and say
Hey,
dumb shit like that.
It's NBA Finals preview.
I think Bill's right. But for
the Knicks still have to make.
You also thought the Celtics had a 10-game road winning streak, so you 2 fucking idiots.
The Knicks have to make.
Howie's bet 3 NBA games in his life, and Bill's fucking talking out his ass. Who the fuck?
Hey, the Knicks, the guards got to score about 90 points tonight for us to have a chance. Because I got the feeling Jokic, the big guy, may have 70. He may have. We have nobody that can guard him.
No, the Knicks need one more player. They're 1 player away, and they're not. This line is too low tonight, minus 130. Denver. Denver's on a roll. This their last night of their road streak. I don't
like that getaway game.
Yeah, but they have their next 5 games are against Philly, Milwaukee, OKC. They play a lot of great games.
That's why I don't like this even more.
Denver needs this win tonight to go out and this the home. They've only lost 1 game, I think, to Philly on this road trip. I like them a lot tonight. I think they go home with the win. The Knicks just aren't ready. They're not ready for it.
I agree. Championship.
Knicks haven't. They haven't had a test like this yet.
And they're about to fail it.
They're going to. That's why I love the minus 130. Denver. This is NBA preview. NBA Finals preview.
NBA Finals preview. All right, Howie, Dewey. You be back tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow.
All right, go say hi to your famous friends.
Go Knicks.
Later,
all right, later, brother. Oh, God. Brackets. This kid's talking NBA Finals preview.
It is. NBA Finals preview tonight.
I'm glad I was on mute for that. Deebo Samuel, limited participant practice today, assuming he's going to play.
So it's just what's going to Milwaukee? Milwaukee's dancing on the court yesterday. Fucking who's Doc Rivers? Guy fucking sucks.
Bro, but speaking of that game, we talked about I had that free bet for on DraftKings yesterday. So I ended up taking the Cavs. It was like I think I got plus 290 or something right before the half. They cut it to 5, and I'm like, okay, let's go Cavs. Then within fucking 10 seconds, it goes to half, and they're down by 10. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on here? They just had it to 3, and then out of half, they go down by 17. I'm like, bro, fuck the NBA, dude. I'm done with this shit. I hate this shit.
So crazy. The Heat lose last night. It's a fucking minus 550. I mean, come on, bro. What are we doing here? These teams, it's a hard fucking league to bet, and the only games you could bet now are like the good games. Because that's the only games the players get up for.
And like, you can only really bet like pregame totals because these teams are getting blown out. So like they're not even like covering spreads or anything else. The money lines are terrible.
There's one rule from when I was playing heavy DFS NBA when I used to follow this dog shit fucking league more. You never bet the team who just got the new player. It without fail. When someone new like Rozier shows up on the Heat, they never fucking win, ever. It's fucking unreal how often it happens. They never win. The team that just got the new toy never wins.
Well, yeah, like I said, I'm on Denver tonight. 1:30. I love it. The Knicks aren't ready. But like I said, it's NBA Finals preview tonight.
No, stop saying that. Please stop saying it.
This is what you're gonna say.
Please stop saying it because you're gonna say it for fucking 4 weeks, and then when you get embarrassed in the second round, I'm gonna get 10 minutes of fucking shine
How is
on
it
you,
not?
and then
How
we're
is
gonna
it
have
not?
to move on.
How is it not?
You're an 8th seed.
He said, "How is it not?"
What are you talking about?
Where are you guys seated right now?
The Knicks are a 5 seed, same as last
You're
year. The Cavs are 4. We own the Cavs. Then we fucking beat up fucking Philly, who we've already beat.
Dude, you're not finished. Cavs aren't finishing there. Heat's gonna jump up and wipe you out in the first round. Get out of here.
The Heat
Get out of here.
suck.
Dude, you suck.
The
Knicks suck.
Yeah, all right.
I'm sick of the Knicks.
Tell me a team who's dominant in the East.
Dude, Bill, I just want to make a bet. Any bet I can make on
Denver, the Knicks, Tommy. That's it.
I want to make a bet with you for any
Finals
amount
tonight.
of money on the Knicks not getting out of the second round of the playoffs. That's all I want. That's all I want to make with you and Hoffman. The Knicks don't get out of the second round.
You got
That's
little
it.
Hoffman's fucking head steaming right
I want
now.
all you little fucking Knick rats to fucking step up and bet me that the Knicks don't make it out of the second round if they even get to the second round. That's all I want. You guys are all talking about championship fifths and getting
NBA
LeBron
Finals.
and getting
They're not gonna be Denver, but they're gonna
You
get
do not make it out of the second round.
Denver wins again.
You do not
We'll
make it out of
see.
the second
As
round.
we will see tonight, Denver will come to the Garden.
I'm not
We're-
talking about tonight. Please let me bet on your failure. You will not make it out of the second round.
Knicks are gonna make a move.
Evan, write this down, this clip on this show today.
Maybe the Knicks get LeBron.
Because I want to play this to start every show from April on, if it starts.
Who knows?
January 25th.
Maybe the Knicks get Steph Curry.
January 25th at 2:55 p.m. Please, just the Tommy explaining the bill that the Knicks are fucking
Knicks will be
trash.
good.
We're
Steph
gonna make
Curry
it.
for 3 in the Garden.
No.
Let's go.
We'll bring you on tomorrow to fucking talk about stupid Knicks, Hoffman. We don't need 2 idiots fucking yelling about the Knicks. Tune in to Rupp and Rackets. You guys got a show today, Bill?
Yep.
Tune in to Rupp and Rackets at 5:30 if you want to hear 2 fucking retards talk about how the Knicks are going to win the championship. Fucking.
I didn't think so. I didn't say they're going to win the championship. I said they're going to be in the finals.
Be in the championship.
Denver's winning the championship.
Okay. I can't.
And tonight, Denver beats the Knicks.
I can't.
So if you want to make money,
I can't.
bet the Denver tonight -130.
Okay.
Come on here tomorrow. And thank me.
All right, enough for the Knicks.
He says that he said he goes who's good in the East, like the Boston just went to the West.
And Milwaukee and the Pacers just
on
got
the road. They're not good at the road.
January.
Celtics aren't good on the road.
Yeah, but this is January though.
Dak
They're
Prescott.
not good on the road.
I'm Tua and Dak were the
Milwaukee's got all types of problems going on.
halfway through the season. Tua and Dak were the 2 favorites to go to the Super Bowl. So remember that. Remember how much fucking midseason means in sports. So let's go over to hockey, Rackets. I don't know if you got the beeple bop.
Yeah, puddle up.
Evan Hand, Bruins update.
They're not doing too bad lately.
No, I stayed off them the other night. That was a good thing.
Not doing too bad lately. Like I said, they just love to keep losing in overtime a lot, but I think they have a very good chance tonight against the Senators.
All right, so you like them tonight?
I do like them tonight.
All right,
which means you should probably take the other side.
How about Patrick Waugh going home tonight?
What do you mean? I don't know what's going on there. I know who. Evan.
Oh, come on, Evan.
Oh, come on, Evan.
Patrick
Jesus
Waugh?
Fucking Christ.
You're such a fucking baby. These kids know nothing about history. These kids know
who?
These kids know nothing about their history, dude. Absolutely
history,
nothing.
The guy's not even that old.
I mean, he hasn't played in a while, Bill. But
Evan's
still.
the biggest hockey fan on
He's
the
the best
show.
goalie of all time. Evan, you know who Joe Montana is?
Joe Montana.
Dude.
He hasn't played in a while either.
Dude, you have to understand. Evan, how old were you in 2002?
4.
Evan was 4 when Patrick Waugh retired.
All right, well, how old was he when Joe Montana played?
When did he retire?
He wasn't even born.
I don't know. I'm just saying, these Gen Z and millennials, they have no.
I think that's when Montana retired right around that.
Right, a little bit later than that.
He retired. I was -4 years old when he retired. That wasn't even a thought. My brother was just born.
I can't with these people.
Well,
These
anyway,
fucking millennials
going-
have no respect for history. No respect.
Good thing I'm not a millennial.
Coach. He's the
Gen
coach
Z,
of
Gen
the-
Z tards are even worse.
For everyone who doesn't know, he's the coach of the Islanders,
Yeah.
and
he's
he's
the
going
best goalie of all
home to
time.
the team.
I
that
would
he
say
was the
arguably the greatest goalie of all time.
best goalie in the world on tonight. So he's
Wait,
going
whoa,
home.
whoa, whoa. You said Patrick Waugh.
Yeah.
I know Patrick
It's pretty-
Roy.
That's him.
You just made it worse.
That's him.
There's no
You
way
said-
that's how
You
that's
just
how his
made
name's
it. You just
pronounced?
made it worse.
Yes.
No
Patrick
fucking
Roy.
way.
when you said Patrick, I was like, don't do it.
That's him.
Don't do it. You're gonna make it worse.
That's him.
I'm in here we go.
That's him.
Patrick Waugh.
Patrick Roy.
I just played it on
Patrick Waugh.
Yeah, that's him.
Hey, you
Good
know
guy.
that's just a hand up moment. It's just a hand up moment.
Same guy.
I'm
Two
owning
hands
it.
up.
I'm owning it. Hand up. Hand up.
Same guy.
You gotta have the young kids on the show.
With that being said,
With that being said, so Bill, what are you saying? You're saying that this is Wah going home?
Yeah. Should be interesting.
Well, you know what? You know what's interesting, and Rackets. I'm curious what's the same for you. Canadians are probably my favorite play today. Canadians are probably my favorite play today. Plus 130. Curious to see what they are on the Beeple Bob.
Plus 1.5.
Sticks it in Roy's ass.
Yeah, Islanders are minus 155 to open, Bill. That line's dropped not everywhere. In some spots, they're still like minus 150, 152, 153, 155, 150. 90% of the public is on the Islanders today, Bill Rupp. 90%. And that line is not moving at all.
You want to
So,
take the Oilers?
coincidentally, without even realizing the Patrick Waugh scenario there, that is actually my favorite hockey bet of the day. I like it more now.
The
Oilers are minus 600.
The Oilers are minus 630.
I know it's so annoying because I've fucking been riding this Oilers train like nonstop. I just don't know what the fuck to do with it.
Even minus
Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Take Western Kentucky out, because Howie has Western Kentucky in that Hawaii thing, right? So I had Hawaii, Western Kentucky?
yeah.
All right, take that out, and for me, I'm going to do Hawaii and
parlay it with Djokovic. Minus 200 against Sinner. I'm all over. I'm taking.
I love Djokovic too. Yeah,
and I'm taking Rackets' Sabalenka. I'm parlaying them together.
Yep.
That's going to be one of my huge bets.
I hope you guys took the Djokovic to win all 4 Grand Slams plus 2,000 too. That line's fucking stupid. That's basically a plus 2,000 line on him to win the French Open.
So,
Yeah.
wow.
Bill,
and minus 130 for them too. I mean that Djokovic.
That's available right now.
I mean, I got it before the tournament started, but it's probably still there. It's on.
He was probably like minus 110 to start the tournament, right?
plus 110. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill, what's
by
your
the way,
It's literally a French Open bet that he's going to be plus 2,000 to win the French because the other 3 Grand
right, because you got Alcaraz and those
Djokovic
guys, right?
tonight
And Nadal.
and Sabalenka on Saturday is minus 130.
All right.
Guys, we have the Edmonton Oilers to win in regulation, the 60-minute line, minus 360. So that's parlayable.
That's
We
not
could put
bad,
that in,
'cause minus 1.5 is minus 2 something.
Yeah, I'd rather do the 60-minute line minus 360 than lay a goal and a half, 240. So I'm going to do Edmonton.
That is the highest rated play on the Beep Boop Bop. Is the
What's that?
Oilers.
Oilers 60-minute line?
No, just the Oilers, 81% to win.
Yeah, I mean that's they should
heavy.
be. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going Oilers 60-minute line, Evan, with Hawaii money line, minus 110. And I love Djokovic in that too. I love putting Djokovic into that also. That line seems a little fucking stupid. Why is that line so low? I like Medvedev. Medvedev's line's low too.
Medvedev is owns Zverev in the head-to-heads.
And Zverev didn't look great. Zverev escaped Alcaraz.
I don't like. Typically, I don't
And
put
his
as
serve
much.
was really good. dude.
Zverev's first serve was awesome.
Yeah, but that's what. But he escaped. Alcaraz had him in the fourth set. He had him and let him off the hook, kind of the same way Coco let Sabalenka off the hook. And then
I don't know, because he broke him right out the gate in that fourth set. It wasn't like it was close.
He dominated him in that first set.
First, he landed for the match. He landed 85% of his first serves. He's not going to.
Well,
do
that's the thing.
again,
When you do that, you're unstoppable. You know, Saba did the same thing yesterday. It was like what? I think she had 19 of her first 21 first serves in. And while fucking Coco was double faulting every time. Coco was too afraid of that second serve nuke coming back at her. I know why she was doing it
on it. That's why.
Yeah, but you still, she's only going to rock like 40% of them.
If Coco got that first set, well, I mean, I'm telling you.
No, did you watch it?
Yeah.
Coco had the first set. It was there. She was 30 love up 5-3. Like she had it.
She would have won that first set.
It would have been 30 love and she whiffed and then put one into the net.
Yep. She was trying to hit winners when, listen, Saba's phenomenal. But when Sabalenka starts imploding, you just got to let her implode. She's a mental midget. She was still talking today in the interview about how bad the New York U.S. Open crowd treated her rackets, right? Like she's been talking about that U.S. Open crowd being pro Coco for fucking months now.
And the weed and everything. It's all weed.
Yeah. So she had Saba broken in the head, 30 love, and then she tried to hit winner. She fucked one up, and then she tried to hit a winner that she didn't need to do. Just get the ball back over the net. Just get it over the net and let her hit one into the net and implode. Coco probably wins that 2-0. Right. And then what I do give Saba respect for.
It might have gone 3.
Well, in the second set, too, Saba was at a point where she was about to get broken. She was love 30. And she went with
that was at the end of the set, too.
She was love 30, right?
I think it was 4-4.
3-3 or 4-4. She was love 30, and this was the oh shit moment. And Saba went with a first serve on a second serve.
Yeah,
and
she
fucking
didn't give a fuck.
And nailed it. And it made it by this. If that missed, love for it, she's done. She gets wiped out. But whether that was balls or desperation, you got to give Saba props for fucking nailing it. Because at that moment, the announcers were like, oh, Coco's in her head. I was like, Coco just lost. Saba just got out of it. Like, you can't, Saba's not going to melt down multiple times.
I think that
you
was
got
right
one or two windows.
That was the boomerang. She held and then broke Coco.
And then the next one she broke. Yep. That's it was 4-4 then. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the boomerang game.
Yeah, because that was the big. Once that love 30 went in on that second serve, I was like, it's over. Done. Game over. And everyone's like, oh, Coco. Nope, it's over. Saba just won.
Back to this Zverev Medvedev thing. Like, a lot of people will be like, oh, Medvedev owns him in the head-to-head, and they'll just write it off. Like,
I think Medvedev's better.
He is, but I only take into account head-to-heads in certain instances. Like, I don't give a shit about something that happened 2 years ago, 5 years ago, in juniors. I don't care about any of that. I only care about the player that you are now and the player that you have been for the last like month or so. So unless you've played somebody in the last like 5-6 months, even a year is kind of stretching it because these players change.
Their form changes so drastically.
Everything on a week-to-week basis, right? So like, just because somebody performed really well last year doesn't mean that they're going to perform really well against the same person this year. And also, if you lost that match, you're not going to go into that to this match with the same game plan that you had last time, right? Like, you lost, you're going to change up something, right?
And so sometimes that's a negative.
Sometimes it's a negative, and other times it's just
sometimes
difficult.
it's a positive. Yeah, like what I think happened here. I think Coco Rackets in the Saba situation. One of the things I got worried about coming into the match was everyone was talking about how Coco's added like 7 to 10 miles per hour on her serve, right? From the last time they played.
That's great, but it also takes
away that hurt her. That hurt her.
It hurt her on her second serve, which is where she got teed off on her second serve because her second serve used to have a lot of kick. Used to bounce.
Now it's just boing, it sits right there.
Now you have an extra 7-8 miles an hour on there, and everything is harder. There's less kick on that serve. And if you're trying
to come slower with it, it's obvious in your toss and your motion where Saba was seeing it coming. Yep. I think that hurt her a lot because I really think her game with Saba was get it over, don't make mistakes, and let Saba implode as you scurry because she's fast as fuck, Coco.
Yep.
You know, as you scurry fucking baseline to baseline, and then she tried to overpower Saba. That's what she did. She tried to show off her new serve. Like when a wrestler improves their striking rackets, right? And then you're like, all right, that doesn't mean become a striker, right?
Yeah.
I think Coco tried to become a power player.
Yeah, once you lose that extra height on the kick serve, like it's just bouncing right into her strike zone, and she's
and she was just killing it. She was just killing it back to her. But yeah, so it'll be interesting. So who do you like? Final choice here. Obviously, we like Djokovic to beat Sinner.
I like Djokovic to beat Sinner. I'm kind of on.
What's weird is that you're laying Djokovic minus 200 to beat Sinner tonight, and minus 150 to win the fucking tournament.
Yeah,
is he going to be that big a favorite over Medvedev and Zverev?
Minus 300, same type of thing. Yeah. With Medvedev and Zverev, like Zverev is definitely coming into the match playing the better tennis. Medvedev has squeaked out 5-set wins. He's disappeared for a set at a time, 2 sets
As he
at a
always
time,
does, and melts
like
down.
he always does.
They're the best line, Rackets. They said during the match that Medvedev's coach should win Coach of the Year every year.
He's right.
By doing is that.
That being said, I like everything in me wants to take Medvedev just because of what I've seen in the past. Something tells me that Zverev is going to this final. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's just gut feeling I got. I think Zverev wins this match, even though the head-to-head is like 7-4 or 8-4 or something for Medvedev. Sasha's playing really well right now. I think if it's gonna be won or lost on first serves. If he's landing 75% of his first serves or more than that, I think he wins the match. If he's having trouble landing his first serve, I think Medvedev tees off and wins it in 3 or 4.
I can't believe we're getting Djokovic at -200.
Djokovic has looked.
I mean, that should be -350. He looks phenomenal.
He's looked awesome since the Demon Hour match when I bitched about him. This was on I think it was Adelaide, the tournament before the Open started. I account dumped on him. He was down a set to Demon Hour, and I'm like, there's no way he's gonna fucking lose in straights, or it'll at least push 2 or push 3 and let me get my money back. And lost in straights, didn't even get to a tiebreaker. Since that day, he's been fucking awesome. So,
yeah, I mean, I can't believe this line's only -200. I have that at like 380.
I think Sinner wins 1. I think it's 3-1 Novak if you want to get a little crazy.
Yeah, and realistically, I mean, I think Djokovic is worth $2 on the line just for being fucking Djokovic.
Here's the thing too with Djokovic. Sinner has a history of cramping. He has a history of leg cramps. Novak will take your legs. So even if he doesn't look good in the first set, the only thing Novak is looking to do in that first set is make you run. So by the second set and by the third set, your legs are gone. Sinner's not going to last. Even if he pushes it to 5, the cramping issues will pop up. Novak will make them pop up.
Do you think it's a positive or a negative? Obviously, it's a positive that he hasn't had much court time, right? Because Sinner's been mowing through his opponents. I don't think he,
but it's been hot, and he's already had issues.
But I almost wonder sometimes if that's not a good thing. I think you do want to kind of be tested in a long match at some time before that, because it's almost like shock to your body if you're getting out of there in 2.5 hours every match, and then you go to a 4-hour match, your body's going to start cramping up. So, yeah, this is all Djokovic. Slam him and everything.
Yeah, love him.
What other show on the internet could talk this in-depthly about every single sport without a hitch? Joey Rackets, final words.
I got to go get my kids.
All right. Good luck with that. Bill Rupp, anything you want to talk to Hoffman at any point today in the Discord?
Rupp and Rackets, Discord.
5:30 Discord, Rupp and Rackets. Evan Hand, if Djokovic loses, what's that mean?
Rigged.
For Howie Cannoli, Bill Rupp, Joey Rackets, Evan Hand, and the dearly departed scumbag Vince McMahon. Even Tommy G dubs all over the fucking internet right now. Keep your eye on that story, guys. I'm sure we're going to have a lot more details breaking tomorrow about what's going on with that shit. And I would not be surprised if Evan Hand has a TikTok popping off at some point very soon tonight. Get over to 4deep.com. VIP20 gets you 20% off the month. This is the time of year, guys. Tons of college basketball, football, tennis, fucking hockey, NBA, UFC. Get over. Come fuck. Good luck. Same time, same bad time, same bad channel tomorrow, 2 p.m. Stay Cashin, motherfuckers.
Let's go!